Hello guys, welcome to this nice nature walk. If I see anyone out here, you guys are not going to be in front of my face anymore. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I ran up here from where I live. God, this is supposed to be a nice peaceful walk. Why am I? Let's just take a deep breath and observe our surroundings. Safety from all angles. Oh yes! Look at this beautiful view, by the way. Oh, anyway, so, I have some great news to tell you guys. First of all, thanks to one of my loyal commenters for recommending me do a, nature walk. This is for you. So, ow. I hear people. So, anyway, so I just got off the phone with my father because I saw that he had left me a voicemail yesterday. And sorry, I need to stop just. I'm safe. Whoa. There's a tree down. Anyway, so it was really nice talking to him. We talked for a little over an hour, and we haven't talked in a long time. And like, you know, my dad's literally the most caring guy ever. And we had a nice talk. And he said it's okay if I hate him. And I told him I didn't. And I said I loved him. And I don't hate anyone. And he asked, like, what I've been up to. And I kept my YouTube channel a secret from him. As well as the man that I ended my relationship because of. My arm's already tired from holding my phone up. So right now it is 5:15 p.m. and it's gonna get dark out in about half an hour. Sunset's at probably 6 now. So we'll go down this way. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to show that, you know. Can't be showing. Got some very inappropriate people in the comments. Oh, stop. I'll stop talking about them. Yes, I know. Anyway, so I would just like to say that anything I've previously said bad about my father was coming from a place of just genuine emotion. And to be honest, I think I was so young when that stuff happened, and he took out more of his anger on my brother, to where my dad was telling me he never took it out on me because I never did anything wrong. And it helped me to realize that anytime he would get angry on my brother, it just scared me, and my memories morphed it into, it was my own experience because of how much I feared for my brother and cared for him and didn't want to see him getting hurt. So I think I took it onto myself so that because I think that was the way my brain had to process it in order to not just feel hopeless against my brother getting, like, you know. My dad never did anything that bad to us. Just enforced discipline, and, you know, Italian men are pretty angry, so I don't blame him. And I'm very understanding. And my dad started crying on the phone with me. And I was like, oh my goodness, are you crying, Dad? And he just kept apologizing, and I was like, it's okay, I understand. It's good to let it out of your system. And it was such a wholesome conversation. He even made me some tears well up, you know. But I didn't want it to just become a conversation of both of us just weeping over the phone. Even though it was for a few moments, but it was nice. And I mean, this is all uphill. It's getting hot. You know, today's the closest I'm feeling to showing off my body, but I'm going to refrain from doing so for a little while longer until I'm 100% confident and comfortable with doing that again. Must set boundaries on myself and my viewers. Well, guys, that's all with the nature walk. Oh my god, fine, I'll keep going. I'm committed to this video, guys. And I'm not lazy either, so don't even say that. And so when my dad asked what I was doing, I was like, Instacart and YouTube, and he asked what kind of videos I was watching, and I was like, just some philosophy videos. And he was like, oh, that's cool. Who by? And I was like, I was thinking of saying, her name's actually, someone you might know. But I didn't say that. I kept it a secret. Because I want to wait until my YouTube gets really big, and then I can show it to my family, and they could be, like, really proud of me. And, yeah. I'm recording my journey through life. Something very beautiful about the ability to do this. Maybe I doubt it too often, and I say too many negative things, or believe too many negative things about it. Thumbnail time. Owie, my hand, arm. Oh my gosh. I asked how Sven and his girlfriend was, and he said good. That's when he started crying. And I guess he went silent for a little bit, which is why I asked. And then he, like, couldn't really answer, and I was like, I didn't notice he was crying until he said sorry. I just got into a fluster. And I was like, oh, that's what's going on. And it just made me feel so good. And he apologized for feeling like he had to separate and get as far away as possible from everything that was happening. And he wanted to make sure I knew it wasn't me or my brother, or my brother and I. And very reassuring, and honestly, sometimes when stuff like that happens, at certain times I'm like, I find it kind of a weird coincidence because he had left the message yesterday at 3:39 p.m. and I wasn't expecting it to be him, but then it was, and yesterday was actually just a day after I had made that video about crying, I think. So I just think it's a funny coincidence. Because, well, it makes me usually think that people know about what I'm up to in my own head, even when they don't know that I, like, even have a YouTube. I'm so sorry, my left ear is clogged. It makes me make a horrendous face all the time. I can't get it unclogged. It's annoying, I know. If it's annoying for you, just think about how annoying it must be for me. I don't know if I remember ever making it up this far, but I definitely have. I've only been on this trail once before. Kind of bad memories, but at least it's fall time now, so it looks different. And well, you sometimes don't realize how much of an impact not talking to your family had on you until you talk to them, I guess. That's something that has become apparent to me after this conversation. And I know if anyone ever says anything negative, it's coming from a place of their own lack of themselves giving to their own bodies and minds what they need, or what they need to be happy. And so when you just prevent yourself purposefully, or basically deny yourself pleasure or happiness, or something you need in order to achieve those, that's really the main cause of negativity in the individual. So, I mean, just detaching yourself from what others say about you and the fear of what others think about you is definitely a nice thing that growing up can bring to you. And, well, there's always moments when hormones fluctuate and maybe you don't sleep that well or eat the best diet that day. And it all just has a part of how you're feeling. Yeah, I've definitely never made it this far. There was a tree down before, but they must have moved it. It's a 3-mile hill walk, guys. And it's 5:25 now. I'm sorry, my arm's really tired. I need to not show you the worst angle of me, though. Much better. So, it zigzags. Gosh, hiking is definitely reminding me of my ex. Great for me. Because this time of year and last year was the time when him and I first met. That's the saddest memory, getting through the year after seasonal changes that bring back all those memories of when you first meet the one who you loved for a while. And I still don't understand how you can love someone, but then, like, you go on to love someone else, but maybe I'm not supposed to understand something about love. I don't want to talk about that negative stuff, though, but I guess now would be a good time since it's on my mind. So, my ex had a child, and that was a really hard thing for me to, accept and be okay with, because I wanted to be his first person to have a family together, because that's what he promised me. But at the same time, him having a child was preventing that from being a reality, or possible reality. There's nothing that you could say if you have a child to change that. You can't just say, I don't have a child, because that's not going to erase them from existing. And that's what he tried to do a lot of the time, and that's not right. If you're in a relationship with someone, they should probably be able to accept you for your past, even if that includes some bad decision you made when you were a teenager. And unfortunately, I'm just not that person for him. And it's, I don't know, I feel fine admitting that. I'm not gonna change myself to be with someone who, did something that goes against my beliefs already. Especially someone who's gonna try making me feel bad for not getting pregnant for the first year of him trying to get pregnant. Or me pregnant. Just, So, I still sometimes even think about just that part of the relationship that wasn't even our relationship, but just being sad that at any time in his life he could still meet that child, which undermines everything to do with our relationship, because everything I ever believed in was false, and pretty much, if it ever became a reality, then everything he ever told me was a lie, so. But I shouldn't even think of that hypothetical stuff. So, we got out here 5:15. So that means if it gets dark at 6, we'll have to head back around 5:40 or 5:37.30 to be exact, I believe. Let's just do the math so that I can just satisfy my pride. 5:15, 6, what's in between those two is exactly what I said, right? Yeah. 5:37.30 seconds. Thank you. You're welcome. Guys, I'm in the middle of the woods right now. Should I scream and break your eardrums? I think that's a great idea. Let's make sure no one's around. Someone recommended this to me. I'm gonna let out all of my emotions, and you might want to mute it so you don't have to hear it. But I'm gonna warn you, and I'm gonna count down so you guys, I also feel nauseous right now, and we have 7.5 minutes left until I have to turn around. Hopefully this will also clear my eardrum. And hopefully no one will hear me, because there was a truck parked out here. I don't know where they are though. Maybe right here is the perfect spot. Right where this tree had fallen. The top of the hill. Does it loop around? I honestly might just go this whole way. Okay guys, get ready. I'm gonna scream at the sun. Now, these are some primal instincts just coming out here, so don't be alarmed. I'm scared. I'm gonna do it. It's just screaming. Okay? 3, 2, 1. It unplugged my ear for a little bit. Hopefully that sounded like a hawk to people. Ah, that hurt me. How did that hurt my shoulders to scream? Yep, that's what I thought. Unplug it for a second and then go right back to plug again. Alright guys, now that my vocal cords are absolutely... I just heard a bird call back to me. I sounded like an eagle, I know. Like, let's not judge, okay? Maybe I should have done a more guttural sounding scream. Because that one did not really get anything out of my stomach. Should I do another one? No, I'm not going to do another one. I can't satisfy the assumptions of some people thinking it was a human. You hear it once, but you'll never know for sure if it's something unless you hear it the second time. Because your ears might just be playing a trick on you. 3 Mile. I sure wish I knew where this trail went, so I wasn't just walking forever to somewhere super far away from my house. Cause I, you know, don't want to be here during dark really alone, to be honest. But that's fine. So, honestly, screaming did not make me feel better. That's unfortunate. We're gonna just keep going on this trail, guys. But it did definitely steer my thoughts away because now all I can talk about is the screen. The more you know. Thoughts, in my opinion. Thoughts are kind of interesting because a lot of them are basically just yapping in your head and nonsense. That's one downfall of being a very thoughtful person is just the constant flow of thoughts that aren't even factual. I wonder what other people think about on a daily basis. Let me know in the comments. What are your top 3 reoccurring thoughts in your head on a daily basis? I can already imagine some of them. If I were to say mine, I would say I'm hungry. Gosh, who knew it would be so hard to name thoughts? It would be I don't know. Recurring thoughts are usually the same, so it's probably basically like basic needs. Just, man, oh man, I sure have to, yeah, you know, it's going downhill, so I think we're heading toward a loop, hopefully. It's heading back to the way we came. More wooden stepping area. That wasn't me showing my body, so there's a secret I'm not going to tell y'all about one of my previous videos. So y'all can be intrigued or frustrated by the lack of an answer. Guys, I can talk as loud as I want now that I'm in the woods. This is actually cray-cray. Why am I not talking louder? I should be practicing my super loud talking voice. Especially since I can't hear out of my left ear, so if something attacks me, I won't be able to hear anything. You know, I was in a good mood, thinking about my father's phone call. Then I had to allow myself to just go into the sad mood after, of course. Yeah. In my brain, I'm like a dolphin where I go up and down. Like the waves. Acorns, stop it. The acorns are trying to actually make me fall. Don't do that. Guys, the sun's setting. Oh my god. 5:37. This better lead back to civilization, I swear to god. You're gonna be here with the flashlight on in the fucking dark in the woods, and I'm gonna have one of those spooky YouTube videos of literally hiking at nighttime, and you're gonna be like and then I'm gonna like install some sort of like soundtrack in the background to make it sound like some evil person laughing, and then my video's gonna get 1 million views. Just kidding. I'm actually not afraid of the dark or animals at nighttime, so you're gonna see how calm I am hiking the woods at nighttime. And you're gonna be like, damn. Even though over this phone screen, you can't feel for what the other person's feeling on the other side. Which reminds me of a topic I was thinking of this morning. So basically, we're already out of touch and disconnected from reality in a way. Because, you know, in the olden days, like that nursery rhyme of the 3 little pigs building their houses. If you've ever seen like the cartoon for it, where like they're with a hammer building each house, you know, and then you can imagine there's like some people in the neighborhood stopping by like, hey, how's it going, Billy or whatever, and then they just continue on with their day after a nice, just genuine, caring conversation. To where now, if a building's being built, it's usually a lot of machinery and a company who doesn't give a fuck about their job, who is actually just dreading being at work that very moment and would rather be anywhere but there, but they're forced to because they have to make money to survive and have a future for them. So it was making me think that, so back then, where there used to be genuine human connection, and that be with reality, which is just caring for another individual that you see every day because of, you know, we're all alive on this planet. Now there's something stepping between us known as the machine or the factory or the, like, whatever very heavy-duty commercial thing that we're using to build buildings. Because basically everything we're building is a construct of our mind in a way, where even our minds kind of can be compartmentalized like buildings are. So anything out of our mind is just a replica of what we have envisioned in our mind to begin with. That's why blueprints exist, just the hand forming the idea on paper and then materializing our ideas. Obviously, that's the process. We already know this. It's a very fundamental understanding, but oh, so someone abort. Abort! Abort! Run it! I'm so sorry, guys. This is literally how hard I hate conversations with people I don't know, or even just walking by people I don't know. Oh, I know. It's very pathetic and embarrassing. But I also don't know where it leads. And they're coming back this way, which means it probably leads to nowhere. Now I just hope they're not following me. Like, what if they're just chasing after me? That'd be crazy. Oh my god. I'm going to sprint so fast. They definitely heard I scream. Wow, to be so afraid of judgment that I literally cause a reason to be judged. It's just crazy. Like, what is the logic in it? I'm gonna have to run the rest of the way. I'm not gonna breathe. And we'll do a part 2 right now. Good timing. We just turned around.